Good morning, dosto. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting concept of Max Weber, and the concept is Protestant ethics and the spirit of capitalism. Friends, as you all know, Max Weber is a famous sociologist, and he wrote about how certain religious beliefs, particularly those in Protestantism, influence the development of capitalism. His work is called The Protestant Ethics and Spirit of Capitalism. Let's discuss the various key points of his work. The very first is the Protestant work ethic. Friends, Weber observed that the Protestants, especially Calvinist, which is one of the branch of Protestant, these Calvinists believed in hard work, frugality, and discipline, and they viewed work as a calling from God, and believed that success in their labor is actually a sign of God's favor. Friend, let's imagine a Protestant farmer, or we could say a Calvinist farmer, who work diligently and saves money and reinvest his earning to improve his farm. This hard work and reinvestment are actually seen as fulfilling God's will in Calvinist, or we could say Protestants. The second key point is predestination. These Calvinists believed in predestination, which is the idea that God had already chosen who would be saved or who would be elected and who would not. They looked for sign of their election through success and prosperity in their work. For example, a Calvinist merchant might see his growing business and increasing wealth as a sign that he is one of the elected person, and in result this election motivates him to work even harder and do more progress in his business. Another important findings of Weber among Protestants is asceticism. Protestants practiced asceticism, which means they avoided excess and indulgence. It means they live modestly, they save their money, and reinvest their profit back into their businesses. For example, instead of spending money on luxury items, a Protestant factory owner might save and use his profit to expand his factory, hire more workers, and increase production. Another key concept which Weber found among Protestants is rationalization. Weber noted that Protestants emphasize rationality and efficiency in their work. They applied systematic planning and disciplined practices to their businesses. For example, a Protestant shopkeeper might keep detailed records, plan inventory carefully, and use time efficiently to maximize his store's profitability. These Protestant values of hard work, frugality, discipline and rationality contributed to the development of capitalism. Capitalism thrived in Protestant regions where these values were very, very prevalent. In areas with strong Protestant influence, like part of England and the Netherlands, we saw the rise of successful capitalist economies. Weber compared Protestantism with other religions like Catholicism. He found that Catholic regions were less economically developed because they did not emphasize the same work ethic and frugality. He actually found in Catholic communities there was a greater focus on religious rituals and community life rather than individual hard work and economic success. One another important thing which Weber noticed among Protestants is worldly asceticism. And this worldly asceticism is actually a key characteristics of Protestant ethics. This means that Protestants believed in living a disciplined, hardworking life not by withdrawing from the world, but by engaging in it and transforming it through their labor. For example, a Protestant teacher might devote long hours to educating their students, seeing their success and moral development as part of fulfilling a divine purpose. Another important characteristic which Weber found among Protestants was vocation or calling. Actually, the idea of a calling was a central idea among the Protestant, or we could say the idea of a calling was central to Protestant thought. Every individual had a calling or vocation that they were meant to fulfill through their work, whatever work they are doing. And work was seen as a moral duty and a mean to serve God, not just a way to make a living. For example, let's say a Protestant doctor may view their medical practice as a calling to heal and help people, seeing their professional success as a form of spiritual fulfillment. Furthermore, Protestants practiced delayed gratification. The meaning of delayed gratification is that the Protestant would forego immediate pleasures for long term benefits. This led to reinvestment of profits and accumulation of capital, and which are essential components of any capitalist economies. For example, instead of spending money on immediate luxuries, a Protestant entrepreneur might invest in a new technology for their businesses, leading to greater long term success and profits. Friends, actually, Weber's analysis was partially a response to Marxist theory, which attributed capitalism's rise primarily to material and economic factors. Weber argued that cultural and religious factors, specifically Protestantism, also played a crucial role in the development of capitalism. Marx might focus on how the Industrial Revolution provided the means for capitalism, whereas we see Weber would point to how Protestant values provided the motivation for the development of capitalism. Friends, over the time, the ethical values which Weber associated with Protestantism became secularized and spread beyond religious boundaries. These values became part of the broader capitalist culture, which influenced non Protestant and even non religious individuals and societies. Today, the ethic of hard work, frugality, and rational planning is prevalent in many secular and diverse societies, not just among Protestants. As usual, Weber's thesis has been debated and critiqued by scholars and various sociologists. Some argue that he overemphasized the role of religion and ignored various other factors. Some historians pointed out that other regions without strong Protestant influences also developed capitalist economies, suggesting multiple pathways to capitalism. But despite various criticism, Weber's work remains influential and it provides a very valuable perspective on the cultural foundation of capitalism. If we go a bit deeper, we find that Weber's ideas help us understand the cultural factors that can influence economic development even today. They remind us that economic behavior is not just about material incentives but also about cultural values and belief systems. For example, in developing countries like India, Malaysia, fostering a culture of hard work, education, and ethical business practices can be as important as financial resources for economic growth. Further, Weber argued that Protestant ethics promoted social mobility by valuing hard work and individual success. People were encouraged to improve their status through hard work, diligent work, and innovation. For example, we can see a Protestant laborer who works hard and saves money might start his own business, gradually rising to a higher social class. Friends, Protestantism placed a very strong emphasis on reading the Bible, which increased literacy rates among its followers. Higher literacy rates facilitated better education and skills, which are crucial for economic development and capitalist enterprises. Protestant communities often established schools to ensure that children could read the Bible, leading to a more educated and skilled workforce. Protestant ethics fostered a sense of ethical entrepreneurship, where business activities were conducted with integrity and a sense of responsibility. This ethical approach helped build trust in business transactions, which is vital for a functioning capitalist economy. For example, A Protestant shopkeeper might be known for his fair prices and honest dealings, attracting loyal customers and establishing a reputable business. During his study, Weber found that Protestants often engaged in philanthropic activities. They use their wealth and money to support social welfare programs and community development. This philanthropy contributed to a kind of social stability and created a supportive environment for economic growth and prosperity. For example, wealthy Protestant industrialists might fund hospitals, schools, charities, universities, and help in improving the overall quality of life in their society and communities. Furthermore, Protestant churches played a very significant role in promoting economic ethics and encouraging community members to engage in productive economic activities. Religious institutions provided a network of support and accountability, reinforcing the value of hard work and frugality. For example, a Protestant church might organize community events focused on financial literacy and business skills, which in turn help the members to succeed economically, to do good in business, to earn a lot of money. Friends, Protestant ethics influenced the development of legal and political systems that supported capitalist growth. Emphasis on individual rights, property ownership, and the rule of law created a very favorable environment for capitalism to flourish. Protestant regions might develop legal frameworks that protect private property and encourage entrepreneurial activities. Further, as Protestantism spread globally through colonization and various missionary activities, its economic ethics influenced various other cultures and economies worldwide. This global spread contributed to the rise of capitalism in diverse regions beyond Europe and North America. Protestant missionaries in Africa and Asia might promote education and industriousness, laying the groundwork for future economic development in these regions. Finally, to conclude my discussion, I would say Weber's Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism concept provides a nuanced understanding of how religious beliefs, particularly those with Protestantism, shape the cultural foundation of modern capitalism. The emphasis on hard work, frugality, discipline, education, social mobility, ethical entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and supportive legal and political systems all played a very crucial role in this development. So, by recognizing these factors, we gain a very deeper understanding and insights into the interplay between culture, religion, and economic system. This concept not only provide historical insights but also offer valuable lessons for fostering economic growth in contemporary societies. Thank you for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you.